Whoa, whoa. Hey everyone, I'm Egoqueenalexis and welcome back to the channel. Today, this isn't really scheduled or anything. I know it's kind of weird, but we are going to be building and mostly just sitting here and chatting while I do this because I was going to do this as a Rants and Rambles, but I decided to do this and make it a little bit more personal and actually get you guys talking with me as I build an Imperial Knight Castellan. Now, Imperial Knight Castellans are actually not that difficult to build because right out of the box they look pretty done. See? Boop. I'm a magician. Anyway. This is my Imperial Knight. This was done up by a painter that goes by the name of Rockstar Sanguinius, and it is absolutely awesome. I completely love it. It is entirely LED'd. I do love that. I love it. Even the little cannons up here have lights in them. Though I think I may have... Nope, they're still up in there. If you can get the right angle, you can actually see them, that they are still lit. I love this model. It's so cool. And coolest thing about this one is it has my family crest all over it. I mean, who doesn't love giant robots? I mean, there is this one song. It was a Chicks Dig Giant Robots. I can't remember the exact words that go into it, but I'm pretty sure it was something about living in Jersey, fighting villains that are far away, and something about finding first gear in a giant mechanical car. You know somebody is singing that right now, right? I love it. And I mean, look at how cute it is. It's just adorable. He's like a little angry gunboat. Yeah. Anyway, let's actually get to work. So I need to turn off your LEDs before I forget again. Yep, somebody got it. Make us XLR. You gotta find first gear in your giant robot car. You dig giant robots. I dig giant... Sorry. I'm good. I promise you, I am good. Anyway, so. Imperial Knight Castellan. Are these things any good? Yeah, they're still really good. So, in the box, it comes on... Good. I am completely professional. This didn't just fall out on me as I turned it sideways. Shush your face. That was you. I am a professional, ladies and gentlemen. So, it comes on 3 sprues. For the most of it is armor plating, which is good because that's easy to paint. I almost whipped that at my face. I am such a professional. Can't you tell?
Yes, ma'am.
Professional just means you make money out of it. You are correct. So, what I got, my clippers, my X-Acto knife, my nail file that I actually use on my nails, paint on my hands, very important. This right here, and I am touching this with a knife edge, which is dangerous and dumb. But yeah, I was painting some guys before. And of course super glue, because I use super glue over plastic glue, I just do. I suggest you paint the armor plates, then glue them on, otherwise they'll be a pain. That's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to build the skeleton of this thing and not put any of the armor on it itself. That way it's really easy for me to paint it all up later. So yeah, this is just a sit and chat. I did not swear. I am trying my hardest not to swear. Just, yeah. Oopsie daisy. This is a sit and chat. So I'm going to sit here, work on this project while chatting with you guys. This may go on for an hour or probably like an hour or so. And while this is all happening, I'm going to be working on this Imperial Knight. I have John with me, John is going to be grabbing questions that we get. Super chats are very much appreciated right now. And those will be answered first if you have any questions. If you just want to say hello and use Super Chat, that is awesome too. It goes a long way to supporting the channel and helping me stay fed. And I like food. I know my... Yeah. Do I gotta wear pants? Hell no. I'm not even wearing pants. See? Booty shorts. Love them. Also, my chair is like stuck to my buttocks. And that is not fun. Okay. Would you suggest airbrush smaller figures like Space Marines? That is a question for Rockstar. That is... yeah, he would be able to answer that one. I think he actually does, which is funny. A7 and A8 leg pieces. Wah! Is it true that Viggy isn't on because he melted when you took him to Arizona? Yes, 100% correct. That is exactly what happened to him. Actually, he handled the heat a little bit better than I expected. Like, I was honestly expecting, like, full meltdown from Victor, but nah, he was pretty fine. Wait, what? It's this piece, right? Yeah, that's totally that piece. Okay. There we go. Boop. Boop. We actually got 30 people watching, so that's pretty cool. If you guys have any questions or anything, just comments, whatever, just shout them out. Because otherwise I'll sit here and look dumb as I try to put this thing together and mess it up somehow. Probably gonna mess it up. I always mess things up. This one is actually not part of my collection. This is actually going to somebody else. The people at my local gaming club, what I do is I'll put their armies together. I'll even paint their armies for like almost no charge, so long as I can just get people playing. So, yeah. John, do you want to grab the questions as they come?
I can. I'll just put auto chess in mid mode.
I see the first one. Are you going to the bunker opening? Unfortunately, no. Victor's flight was literally the same day. So, these things happened. And, yeah, I'm not going to be able to go. I apologize. I said sorry to them, too, as I couldn't go. Because Victor's a butt. And planned to ruin me for just that. Although I do want to go to the bunker. I want to go and check it out. See how it looks and everything. I think I want to do, like, I want to do that soon. Like, really soon. Like, I'm probably going to message them sometime in the near future and be all like, hey, I'm some kind of nerd. Can I comes up and be a YouTuber up here? Yes, please. And they'll probably be like, no! And I'll be all like, oh. They won't. I actually do love mini wargaming. They're super cool to me.
Let's see. Plans to replace the knight with a chaos knight, or are you building it for your sisters?
I am building this for a friend. This is his. So, I do want a chaos knight. I actually want it in the same household colors, just way more chaotic, so that it represents that it's fallen from the family. And instead of going renegade, which renegade knights can still technically be, you know, good guys, I want it to be like full-blown chaos, like bodies hanging from it and everything.
Jeez.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
What do you think of the price increases coming on July 8th?
I don't know. That's just something that happens. Businesses do that all the time. Especially with inflation currently out of control in my country. Because nobody is tackling the real issue of, you know, the housing market. And everybody is instead focusing on trying to make more money for everybody and raising minimum wage, which is only causing further inflation. But I digress. That is not the point of this video. I could go on a huge rant and tangent about what the actual economic problem in America is currently, and it's the housing market. Still. But that's not the point of this video. But yeah, the annual price hike is kind of a thing that they just do. We can't really complain because a lot of the stuff that they've released has been 30 to 40% off for a very long time and easily obtainable. So it's one of those things where it's kind of like all the Star Collectings and things of that nature have saved you enough that I think it's justified, but at the same time, and that's me thinking from the business's perspective and not as the customer. As the customer, yeah, of course, I'm like, I don't want to pay more money. But what are you going to do?
What price hikes are these?
The annual price hike. They do it every year. Well, not every year, but they do it every now and then. I haven't seen too much confirmed stuff about it, so I will admit that my knowledge of it is very limited. But from the couple of years that I've been playing, that's just kind of been a thing that they just do. And honestly, I'm kind of okay with it. I enjoy the game, so I'm going to keep enjoying the game. It only really affects new players anyway.
Well, they're kind of important.
Didn't they hike up the prices with the Star Collectings? Yeah, they did. That was because the Star Collectings were starting to lose the money. The original intention of those was to get people introduced and get rid of a lot of bulk, which is what they're doing with the Apocalypse sets. They're just getting rid of things that don't sell. So, yeah. And now they had to produce more, so they had to charge more money for them. I see one person saying Tau for life. Yo, Egoqueenalexis is with you.
Angry Mongolian noises.
Hey, the Tau have beat the Tyranids, the Tau have beat the Raven Guard, the Tau have beaten the White Scars. They've beaten the pants out of all of you Marines. Alrighty, let's see. What else do we got? Did sound just go... Or is that just me? Did the sound go? Oh, I hope not. It says that it's a... John, do something.
I don't know.
Well, go and listen to the video real quick. We're on a delay. Okay, it's just them. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what to tell you. I can hear. Okay, good, good. I was panicking for a second. There we go. No, but I did just finish up a bunch of stuff. I just got a whole bunch of custodians in. I got 2 Telemann dreadnoughts in. I got the Coladas Grav Tank Annihilator, if I'm saying that right. So I do apologize if I'm saying that wrong. And I got a bunch of Lauren Terminators, the Forge World ones. Got 6 of them. I gave them the bolter as their weapon because the fire pike just seemed useless. It's a cool weapon, don't get me wrong. And their other weapon causes mortal wounds to them, which granted is a 1 in 36 chance, and it's their assault weapon so they can move and shoot it. I still chose their storm bolter over it because the storm bolter just makes the more to me made the most logical sense. But the other one is still really cool because it's 3 damage, strength 5 with overheat. I'm sorry, I might switch them back. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I might actually switch them back to the plasma, the, covering weapons, or whatever they're called. Boop. Okay, somebody give me a topic. What are we talking about today?
The Castellan Knight.
Castellan Knight, he got nerfed. He's still ridiculously good because, you know, he's kind of a Castellan Knight. Yeah. I mean, he's still good. Like, they can nerf this guy into the ground and he would still outperform a Shadow Sword. Like, that's one of my biggest things is, I compare the Castellan to some of the best tanks in the game. Although the best tank in the entire game is the Repressor. I will fight somebody to the death on that one. The Repressor is the most overpowered tank in the game. Ah! Thank you, thank you, Rockstar. You're awesome, and I love you. Thank you for the donation. It helps a lot. Have you noticed that Isaac's Dice has let you... You are completely right. So, let me actually talk about this for a second, because I think a lot of people miss this. I have 3 dice in my dice bag now. Every person that comes to me and battles me, I have this like little thing that I do where I take one of their dice, preferably one that was rolling really, really poorly. And I take that dice and I add it to my dice bag with a little note of who gave it to me. And I always mention them on camera unless I was drunk or I forgot. I tend to keep a note in my dice bag for these specific dice, but the 3 that are most iconic right now is Pablo, which it is Pablo from Frontline Gaming. If you haven't checked them out, please do so. Frontline Gaming is amazing. I beat him once, and he was using a Ultramarine set of dice, and it was the first dice that I ever took from somebody. And then it was Isaac. Isaac and Rockstar I met at Adepticon. Had a really, really ridiculously close game with Isaac and his Harlequins against my Gene Stealer cult. I think he did manage to win that game. And in that game, it was super close. It was super, super close. And I took one of his dice, and that is the light blue dice, and it's Isaac's dice. And then even more recently, I got a gravity dice, which is a metal dice, which always lands on one of its sides. I know that's weird, but it can actually land tilted, which is really cool. It weighs the same on every single side, so it's a perfectly balanced, as all things should be, dice. And that's Simon's dice, and that I got from GameShoe down in Arizona, which is going to be the game store that I intend to film at once I'm down there. And I loved it. Like, honestly, his game, it was Salamanders versus Sisters and Custodians. He put up a good fight. He really did. The fight came down to who blinked first. And unfortunately, the Salamanders realized that they were the bad guys when the Emperor's personal bodyguards and an angel came to fight them. And they're just like, boss, I think they might be right. But yeah. So that's where those 3 dice came from. What was I doing again? Oh yeah, building an Imperial Knight. Let's get his feet on. Boop. 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 And boop. Boop. And boop. So, oh, wait, I missed 2. My bad. Boop. And boop. There we go. 1 feet. Somebody's going to get triggered by that. And 2 feet. I'm just going to pop this one off like this. Because I can, and I am lazy. I guess I won't. There we go. So yeah. Alright, John, give me a topic.
The new Sister Battle model.
She's terrible.
Ooh.
I absolutely love her. She's also gigantic. Like, no joke, she is huge. Like, okay, where is something to compare her to that is also equally big? Okay, so here she is. If you haven't saw my video on how I converted her, go and watch it. Here's a Castellan for comparison, which is going to make her look incredibly small by comparison. But let's put a Commissar right next to her. And keep in mind, she's not on a base, and she's bigger than a Commissar. So, yeah. She's huge. By the way, that Commissar does have a Power Fist. She has an Astartes Power Fist. Why? Because I thought it looked cool. And rule of cool trumps everything else. Number 40, that's 38. Where's number 40? What in the name of what is going on here? What? I am so confused. Are you on here? Ah, there you are. Wait. Oh, you're on this one too. There we go.
Ooh. Will you be magnetizing any part of this night?
No, because this thing has no option, so there's no reason to magnetize it, except for the top turrets, which can just be placed on. So there is sort of no reason to. Sorry. Like, with the other knights, like the Knight Errant and Crusader, I do magnetize them. I actually recently magnetized my Telemann Dreadnoughts and switched out their arms so that they can have the accelerator cannons or the fists. Wah! Okay, you want to read that, John?
And little something for you as you make weapons against the Xeno. By the way, which house is the knight going to be for? Something homebrew or?
Oh god, it's actually a Mars one. Actually I think it is just Mars. Yeah.
House Raven?
Oh, it should be House Raven. Or House Griffin. House Griffin is the best. They have living St. Duncans, as their mascot. Yo, I'm sorry, Duncan is absolutely adorable, and he's super nice in person.
Especially when you bribe him with pizza.
I did bribe him with pizza. I also introduced Riley to him, and Riley almost had a heart attack. She was so dumbfounded, it was terrific. That was adorable. Wait a minute, where do these go? Oh, I need the little nipples that connect to his feet. Where are you, little nipple feet? What do they look like? Ooh, those look like them. Is it them? Ah, it's them. Cool. Also, thank you for the donation. It means so much to me. It really, really, really does. And I am super grateful. And he has foot nipples. Like, foot nipple. Just saying. Just saying.
That actually changes my perspective of the knight. I assumed that he, in fact, did not have no nipples.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't got no nipples. Do you ever think of playing Deathwatch? Actually, I do have an army planned for Deathwatch, and one of the things that I want to do with the Deathwatch is apparently drop it on the floor, is actually every person who has ever been a patron or is in my Discord, any homebrew that they've ever made for a Space Marine chapter, their logo will be slapped on the shoulder pad, and those will be my Deathwatch.
Ooh.
I honestly love the idea. I think Mini Wargaming did something similar. And the other thing that I want to do is fully magnetize all of them. Because my god, with Deathwatch you really need to. Because of how many weapon options they have. Hello! How are you? I hope you're doing well and everything. Thank you for joining the stream. Boop. Wait a second. Did I just put these on backwards? I did just put these on backwards. I am a genius. Everybody knows you don't want to put your foot nipples on backwards. It's just common sense. Okay. Although, John, I will tell you that he, in fact, does not have a belt. So, I know. It's a shame. These things happen. Okay, so that's what that's supposed to look like. And then it connects to a footer thingy. Where is footer thingy? I'm going to assume this is the footer thingy. So if you are just joining, I am looking for the chat to say random stuff, to give me a topic on stuff, and I will rant about it as I build this Imperial Knight. This is a Knight Castellan. So if you are wondering what class of Knight we're rocking, there you go. You have been informed. And I need the other foot loopy thingy. Where are you? There you are. Boop. Space Wolves. Alright, let's talk about Space Wolves. I like their 30k lore. I really like their 30k lore. The 40k lore is, well, pretty much terrible. Which is why I'm glad the Wrath of Magnus happened. Not because I wanted the chapter to die off or anything. It's because it gives the writers of these Space Wolves time to actually rewrite them. Especially with the Primaris Space Marines. Especially being that the Space Wolves don't fully trust the Primaris Space Marines. Which I think is really, really, really cool. They don't trust Gilliman. And they even make a casual reference to how they offed one of their brothers when he tried to do something. And they can trust Gilliman to doing one thing. And this is also said by the Inquisition, that Gilliman is good at one thing, building empires. So that's what he's probably going to do in the oncoming New Age, which is the Age of Gilliman. That's where we are sitting in 40k currently, in the lore. I really do like the lore of 40k, though some of it is a bit, like, too much. Like, some of it's just flat out stupid, and other parts of it are just a little bit cringy. So,
Some of it don't make no sense.
well, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So see green screen, but no background. Unfortunately, no, not right now. I turn it off when I'm doing things like this because it tends to make me like go invisible sometimes. Meticulous with building my 1.5K magnifying lens, a lot of lights and sharp blades for cutting with X-Acto, soft sanding, and then washing an ultra vibrant tank with a toothbrush to clean it. Yeah, as I sit here and I just go through the whole thing, and then at the ending, when I'm probably not going to be streaming this part, I go through and I just clean it all up. And I replace a lot of the big chunks with plastic glue to keep these things fused together. Alright, let's see. I'm divided, the Space Wolves or the Imperial Guard for the Apocalypse bundle. Which should I buy? The Imperial one doesn't save you as much as the Guard one, so that should help you out if you want to save up and buy it. I would highly suggest the Guard over the Space Wolves, as Guard are way more fun and way more competitive and a better codex all around than the Space Wolves. Currently the Space Wolves are suffering a bit. Okay, there are upgrade packs for Space Marine Primaris. Hello all. Hello! Imperial Guard is a better value. Yes it is. Alright, I forgot. All those blades and whatnot might appeal to Alexis's Slaneshi side. I don't really have a Slaneshi side anymore. I kind of did away with that a little bit. I've swung more towards the Inquisition, because that's the faction that best represents me with everything. Yeah, so if you're wondering, I am not very Slaneshi anymore. It is straight up, pretty much constantly at this point, Inquisition. I do have chibis for pretty much all of the races in 40k, and I will be adding those more and more to battle reports, as you've seen with the new ones coming out. Let's see. Today I have been spamming by a fake Apple support number, and I'm going insane. Call them back. Speak a different language. That usually messes with them. Burn everything then. No! I do have a sizable Slanesh army, just saying. I'm currently sending it down to Riley for one of the first armies that are going down to Arizona. So yeah, I need to find his foot nipples. There they are. Yeah, so in a couple of weeks, we'll be having a brand new battle report featuring Diganobs. They'll be using Imperial Guard rules, of course, but they'll be Diganobs. Okay, let's see. Gork or Mork? Who's better, Gork or Mork? I'm more of a brutally cunning than a cunningly brutal. So, no, that's not true. When I played Orcs, I definitely went mech heavy.
Yep, gotta have that Mork.
I gotta go with Mork. I like shooting.
He lets you speak to mech talk.
Yeah, I gotta go with Mork. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and grab foot nipple. Tiny bit here. A bit there. Okay. Orcs is the biggest and the meanest there is. Oh, and I hope you guys downloaded the latest patch for Ultimate Apocalypse, just so you can play as me and as Mariel Sabathiel. So yeah, be sure to do that. I put a lot of effort into that. I was super happy to be a part of that. I really love those guys. They're completely awesome. The Ultimate Apocalypse modding guys, super awesome, super lovely to work with. I'm actually going to be voicing a Rhino tank soon. I've just been super busy. It's either I've been busy or something else has come up, so... Or I want to stream. Well, I mean, I'm not going to finish that sentence.
Hold on.
I just realized how bad that sentence was. Okay. I'm just going to start putting his fruit together. Let's go ahead and... I gotta do this just right, otherwise this foot, like, doesn't fit right. Ah! Oop. There we go. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Greetings from the Templar player in Canada. Oh, nice. Hello, Canadians. You guys are like Americans, except Canadian. Sorry, that was a bad joke. That was stupid. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Can you tell? Yes, you can. Anyway. No, I've been up to Canada a few times now. But every time I go and visit it, like, I always visit the worst parts of Canada, which just look like Detroit. And I love describing it that way, because people know exactly where I'm talking about. We're nothing like you Americans. Yes, you are, and you know it. You are definitely like us, and you don't like to admit it.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, obviously.
Right.
Like, keep in mind...
Sorry?
What are you saying?
I was telling Dave, you lost me at the bad ones, cheap.
Well, I mean, he has the right to pick the wrong army. Canadians have died Americans. Does that make, like, South America like Mr. Pibb? We're Dr. Pepper?
Oh, Lord.
No, we're Coca-Cola. They're Diet Coca-Cola. And South America is like RC Cola. I'm sorry. What parts of Canada did you visit? The part with mini wargaming in it. There's no other way of saying that. I went to mini wargaming. Boop. Sorry, just getting some quick gluing in. There we go. So I can just get this thing down, because I am supposed to be building an Imperial Knight. There we go. Okay. You still have Mega 6 LR stuck in your head, don't you?
Maybe.
I made a reference to that, and it's stuck.
And it's there.
Okay. America is our toilet, and Alaska is our hat. If the best economy on the planet is your toilet, then it says an awful lot about your country. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna stop now. I don't want to get into a political debate. Anyway. I finished the legs. Woo! Sorry, I'm building this thing like down here where you can't see, because if I tilt my camera down, it strictly looks down my shirt the entire time. I accidentally did this for one of my videos, and I was a little bit upset by that. Because I didn't realize it until after my one friend came up to me and he's like, Lexus, might wanna take down that video. And I was like, what? What's wrong with it? Oh. You right.
Fair enough.
At least we don't have LA. I don't mind LA. LA is pretty nice. I mean, it's a terrible city. I wouldn't want to live there. It's too expensive. All right. Let's see. Build the legs. Put balls on legs. Okay, got it. 37. That's what we're looking for. It's a little cap. Okay. And does this go? I'm assuming with the tilt. What? Goes away from the tilt? Oh, okay. That makes sense. Alrighty, there's one, and there's the second one. 2 words, polar bears. I don't know. What am I supposed to talk about with polar bears? Who is calling me? How did you get my number? I am curious about this. Hello? Nope, you called the Imperium of Man. Yep. No problem. Ave Imperator.
We fighting in a minute.
The person had the complete wrong number. That was awesome. I'm sorry. I'm good. I promise. You know, I'm actually, I get surprised when people have my phone number because it took me like 3 weeks to figure out what my phone number was.
Lord have mercy.
Like, there was only one phone number I have memorized, and that's my friend Karen's. Oh, and maybe, did I have my mother's memorized? Yeah, I have her.
Isaac is here.
I had hers as well. There we go. Okay, what are we talking about in the chat? Oh my god, I am not reading. Somebody change the topic in the chat. That would be terrific.
Isaac's here.
Hi, Isaac. We talked about how you failed me every single time with those dice. Okay. There we go. What kind of knight are you building? We are building a Knight Castellan. This is what he's going to look like when he's done. See? Knight Castellan. Pew, 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 pew. Die, heretics. Pew, 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 pew. Okay. Holy cow, there was actually models on his base and I was just shaking them. I am dumb right now.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Paint-wise, do-it-yourself, Night House, or I am currently not painting it. I am not commissioned to paint it. If I am, it's going to be Mars, because that's the literal easiest. So, let's get his diaper thingy together. So he's got like a little bubble thingy. And these are all technical terms, by the way. Every single one of these. Okay. There we go. And let's get this off. There we go. Okay.
Talk about Queen's Court.
No one watches Queen's Court.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, that's a harsh reality right there. I still can't
It
believe
should
we're on
be.
season 6 now. That is... We've been going with Queen's Court for so long.
Are we serious? We're on season 6?
Yeah, we're on season 6 now. Alright, where the heck is the other piece that I'm looking for? Are you down here? Where are you?
Let's see. This
Here we go.
They're going to bring 5 super heavy detachments and 1 battalion of custard people to a apocalypse game on the 20th of this month.
Nice. What are the super heavies you're bringing? I'm always curious about super heavies. Except when they're Americans. Then I'm not.
Yeah, especially when you're on a plane.
Oh my god, that's like the worst. Did I tell you about the fat guy that was snoring in my face the entire time while we were flying down to Arizona? And then the freaking kid screaming in my head. Like, I don't know how he did it, but his scream transcended reality and went straight into my brain, and that's where I was hearing it from. His scream was so ear-piercing, it would have sent the Tyranids flying out of the galaxy. Ugh. Kid was annoying. Like, can't people just do the logical thing and just send their kids through the mail? I don't want to deal with them on airplanes. What the heck? What is this? Okay, I found this part. Looks like it's just 2 of these. Is that it? I am so confused. What is your most expensive model of Reaver Titan? Yeah, I have one just chilling in my living room. Currently it's in like 3 pieces. You can see my list and tactics channel on Egoqueenalexis' Discord server. Ooh, I'll check that out in just a bit. Probably after this stream. Where the hell is this part that I'm looking for? Okay, so it's just 2 of these. Alrighty. Actually, I think my most expensive army currently is my Tyranids, because I have 7 Hive Tyrants in it.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the armies you kept like the longest, isn't it?
It is my longest lasting army. It's my second army that I've ever done aside from my Space Marines, but I've gotten rid of and redone my Space Marines like 3 or 4 times now.
Right.
And guess what I'm doing again? That's right, redoing them. Because I like the way the Rockstar made them look, and so yeah.
Thank you, Rockstar.
Thank you. What knight is your favorite? Ooh, that's a good one, but it has to be the Porphyron. Or the Lancer. The Porphyron and the Lancer are the 2 coolest knights in my opinion.
This is pretty cool.
Have you read Devastation of Baal? Yes, I did. It is amazing. I do like all the angel references in it. I will admit to that. Like quite literally, they make references straight to the Bible. It's kind of amazing. I love that. C23. Okay, C23. Queen, can you field a Sisters Apocalypse game? If I can get people to run Apocalypse, and I'm not talking that new garbage Apocalypse, which is just Epic 2.0, in a real Apocalypse game, I would love to. I do want to try the new Epic, but I don't want to read through 400 playing cards to try to figure out the game. Like, if I want to play a card game, I'll play Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'll play Magic. I don't mind those games. Except I like Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit more than Magic.
I activate St. Celestine in defense mode.
That's not even close to how that would work. But I love you for trying, John.
Oh yeah, she'd have some weird graveyard mechanic.
Oh yeah, she would. She'd actually probably be like an envoy at the beginning for her effect. I'll play it. APOC next Adepticon. Alright, I will hold you to that. This goes on the back where it has... Ah! Well, that's gone forever. This was fun build, but I just lost a piece to the infinite void that is my floor. I'm gonna try to reach it with my foot. Yeah. Okay, I will actually get up and grab it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, there we go. And now I think this will stick to... Oh, it doesn't matter which side. Why aren't you sticking on? Ah, come on. There we go. Alrighty. But isn't the card system in the current edition? Yes, it is, but not to that extent. Like, for the most part, with most of the armies in 40k, there's only like 4 or 5 stratagems that you use, so you just tend to memorize those ones. All the others are situational, especially for Sisters of Battle. It's just... I really don't like card games in 40k. John, by the way, we can hear everything you're doing.
Oh, sorry.
I don't like it. I'm not a fan of going through 400 cards, and it literally has like a setup for a huge amount of cards, and they're even talking about add-on cards already. And I'm sitting here like, when are we getting the paint engines of Slanesh? When are we getting the cool stuff from Epic, which you should have added to Titanicus, which would have made that game cool, but no, you're going to let that game die because there's nothing else to expand that game now. And I called that like so many months ago. I knew that that was going to die immediately. And then they're like, oh, you can bring your Apocalypse units into 40k, you can play Apocalypse in 3.5 hours. Well, you could do that with Titanicus. And it would have been such an easier mechanic. Like, you had a game, you could have added Aeronautica to it, you could have added the infantry to Titanicus, you could have actually had a real Epic, but instead you chose to do this dumbed down version of Epic, and I'm just like, I don't like it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call it a dumbed down version. It is just Epic 2.0. It's just, it is not my cup of tea.
My problem is it really has some Shadow War Armageddon vibes to it, of how just quickly they kind of forgot about it.
Which one? Titanicus?
Yeah.
Oh no, Titanicus isn't forgotten just yet.
Yeah.
They're still supporting it, I think, and now they're bringing in Aeronautica. So it's like you have all of these different games for all of your different units, but at the same time, why not just make better rules for the 40k game? Why not make them separate and use separate models to max out money? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't like it. Don't like it. Hello. Hey, Bobby. How are you doing? Damn it, Bobby. Blah. Probably gets that all the time. I have glue on my pinky right now, and I'm trying to remove it. It's just like a glob of glue right here. I'm just glad it didn't hit my nails, because I'd be pissed. I'm gonna do something gross. Blah. Just ripped hardened glue off of my skin with my mouth. That is gross. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? 8th is perfect. Not really. It does have its faults. But it is the most balanced edition that I've ever played. Actually don't mind. I'm in the UK. Oh, hello. I hope the UK is treating you well. I hope it's not raining every single day like it was when I went to the UK. I went to the UK a few years ago, like way long ago. Like I was in high school when I went to the UK. I'm still trying to get all this glue off of my pinky. Like I should be working more on this, but this glue pinky is really annoying me. There we go. Got it off. And I accidentally glued that together sideways. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, so we need to find those little side panel-y thingies. That is C29 and C30. 29 and 30. Is that it? That looks like it could be it. 28, C30, okay. And 29. Alright, found them. Okay. John, do you want to read that real quick?
Sure. An interrogator chaplain is speaking at a college and asks how many of you know the true story of the Fallow.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, the Ultramarines know about them. The Black Templar know about them. Everybody involved in the fall of Cadia knows about them. The Inquisition knows about them. pretty much everybody knows about them. It's just like one of those things where they're like, oh yeah, the Dark Angels are really sensitive about that. Don't bring it up. Alright, what do we got? It's pretty hot at the moment. The UK is good, thanks to American friends. And tell me it's equally as warm there. What part did you go to? I went to London. It's actually where I got my first Warhammer set. That's how long ago it was. It was 4th edition. I remember this. It was amazing, actually. It was 4th edition, just the tail end of it. And me and my friend bought the Battle of Macragge from a UK store. And it was honestly amazing. Like, the guy there was a complete jerk. Like, I instantly hated him. But I wanted to get into 40k because my friend was into it. And I needed a new hobby because, well, all I was doing was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! At the time. I still play Yu-Gi-Oh! By the way. I enjoy that game. But I was playing that at the time, and I saw all these models and everything, and I got into it because of me and my buddy arguing what a chainsword actually is. And it was this really cool, like, simple hobby that a lot of people liked, and my interest kind of grew from there. I like the atmosphere, though I think it's a joke that they call it grimdark, because 40k is far from grimdark. It has it's like grimdark light. Not even grimdark light. It is like grimdark to a comedic sense of the word. I think I put this backwards. Uh-oh. Yeah, I did. So that's how it's sitting. Huh. Oopsie daisy. You know what? We can solve this, though, by just going ahead and going like this and clipping that off and pretending that that never happened. Say, never happened. Boom. There we go. Problem solving with Alexis. Just pretend that your problems aren't there and maybe they'll go away. That's how credit card debt works.
Jeez.
That is true. You know that, right?
Yeah.
After 10 years, they give up and they take it off your account. Did you know you could also buy your own credit card debt? How do I want to set this leg? I kind of want this guy walking. I think that would be cool if he was taking a step. Yeah. Let's put his leg up so that he's actually taking a step. I like that. That is going to be impossible to balance later on, but I like it right now, and I'm dumb. This is perfect. Okay. I'm going to have to pin his leg to the ground, but that's okay. That's okay. Alright, which shop did you go to in London? I have no idea. It was a basement store. It was a Games Workshop, though. I'll tell you that. I feel bad for him the whole time. Those knights are new members of the household Kane. Unfortunately not. Dave, this was 4th. I think they were there before. I'm not sure. I'm new to this channel, but you make really good videos. Oh, thank you. That means so much. Let's see. And other people's debts, too. I think that's how collection companies get you. Yeah, it is. They just sell and buy people's debts. By the way, keep that in mind. If you're ever in debt, start a debt collecting company. You don't have to do anything. You could work from home, and you could buy your own debt. And it's pennies on the dollar, and you can literally make it go away. If I ever become rich, that is something that I want to do. New to the channel, saw you were building my favorite Imperial Knight. Ooh, nice. Look, this is my one. Beep boop. Come here. You don't have a name yet, but yes. Actually, wait, this one does. His name is Victor. Because all of my knights are named after actual members of my family. So this one's Victor Kane. His mother is one of the knights. She is a errant. With dual, she has a battle cannon in one hand and the Gatling gun in the other. She is... Do I have glue in my hair? Did I accidentally put glue in my hair? I did. Oh my god, I put super glue in my hair. Wow, I must have touched my hair when I was painting. It was on my neck, so it's probably fine. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to panic later. But this one's Victor Kane. I didn't get mine yet. Mine is going to be the one with the harpoon. That one's going to be Alexis. Then I have the twins being Margaret and Jennifer, my two sisters. They're both Hellglaives. Okay, there actually wasn't that much glue. Okay, good. I didn't panic. I think I just had some glue and just rubbed it on my neck by accident. That happens when you build models, and it's very common. Don't worry. I'm not just an embarrassment. You are. Shoot your face.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not going to put any of the wiring on him. I'm going to do that afterwards. I'm going to use my heat gun to actually melt it a little bit so that I can fix it myself. Are you planning to expand your Custodius with Forge World stuff? I actually have a lot of Forge World stuff for them. I'm debating making this a video because they're not done yet. But I have 2 Telemann Dreadnoughts, the Gravis Tank Annihilator, and I have a Lauren Terminator, 6 of them. So I do have a lot of the Forge World stuff. Stop touching yourself. Oh my god. I put my hand in super... today. I wouldn't be surprised if I just glued my hand to my face at this point. Okay, there we go. I get glue off my hand again, because I am smart. Okay. Hey Alexis, great stream. Oh, thank you. Which knight are you building? Knight Castellan. Did you get the new knight pack? No. I just didn't. I don't have the money for it right now. I'm buying these Citadel cases right now. I'm trying to buy as many army cases as possible. Just to fit all of my stuff. All you need now is your Orion dropship. I have one on my order list eventually. It's Monday, you get a pass. I got a Telemann, a few Palias, and a Cadellas. Best models ever. They are. They really are. I plan to get 3 of each of their tank, and I want to get the knights. I need 1 more Telemann, and then 3 of each of their Forge World Condemptor Dreadnoughts, the one with the shield and the one with the spear. I think currently, as it stands, you can only use the shield in 40k, but they'll change that in the future. And I still, to this day, think that the Custodian Codex sucks because it doesn't even have half the options in it. Just saying. Okay, so now we have to assemble his head. Does the Annihilator have 40k rules? Yes, it does. Which makes it awesome, by the way. It's actually a really good knight. Really good knight. It's a really good tank too. I think it's in I think it's currently in the tournament winning list is a bunch of them. What third-party knight add-ons do you like? Not too many. I think they look a little bit too silly. Some of them look really cool, like the shoulder pads look really solid. But a lot of the times they try to replace the face and it just looks bad. So that's something. Do I need anything else with it? Yes, I do. I need these for the head. What's your favorite army to fight against?
That's a good one.
Slaanesh. Slaanesh Demons, or Slaanesh Chaos Space Marines, or Slaanesh Cult, or Hedonites of Slaanesh. Mostly because Riley runs them. If not them, then Orcs. If you get a chance, look at... And this is another shout out, and I'm not doing this to be, you know, a butt or anything or garner attention. Be sure to check out Mope the Somnolent and Loopy from Masters of the Forge. His stuff is absolutely amazing. He's a super nice guy. Just had a kid. super proud for him. And he's literally just one of the coolest opponents I've ever had. He has some of the coolest models I've ever seen. His paint jobs are top notch. His army is just next level. Like, there is pro painted and then there's stuff that Adam does. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I like the wolf replacements. I think the wolves are a little bit too silly. Like, they overdo it. The Egyptian themed ones are pretty cool. I like those. Let's see. Slaanesh rules. Agreed. You can use both 40k rules that are available via download in the Warhammer community. Just wondering, have you heard any rumors regarding the Emperor's Children Codex and new Slaanesh miniatures? No, but I can tell you this, those rumors did start from me. And I still hold true that there will be a Slaanesh Codex, Emperor's Children and World Eaters Codex. I can almost guarantee it at this point. I have no proof whatsoever, so if you see anything saying that there is proof, just know that it comes from me. There is no proof at all, ever, in any way, shape, or form. It is strictly just word of mouth from me. So if Spiky Bits is saying that there is definite proof, I can tell you that they're... I can tell you where they can shove their spiky. Anyway. Yeah. Let's see. I'm loving that they have been putting the rules down for free. Yes, they have. Always love these live streams. Perfect for repainting my army in Dark Angel colors. Well, I'm glad. There is no proof, but Alexis is sneaked into GW's offices late at nights to find out. I don't need to. I walk in there like a queen and tell them to kneel before me. And then they call security and I get escorted out. And then I cry. But it's okay, because Duncan gets a laugh out of it. That's the important part. I accidentally forgot to put the one piece inside his head. So, yeah. I am doing terrific on this night. But luckily for me, it is a monoposed thing, so I don't really care. Is Duncan your insider? Oh my god, I wish. No, Duncan's just awesome. Besides, my insider would probably be driven crazy by all of my questions. Could you imagine me questioning you? Like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. And John had to deal with that. Look where it drove him. He's completely insane. There we go.
Meteor strike.
Speaking of, I do want to play Overwatch tonight.
That's a fun game.
It is. I really enjoy it.
Speaking of something that I know you're very vocal about. So I'm building up some more of these orc boys that we're going to start collecting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really getting annoyed at the bases.
Yeah, if you want, I can send you some 32s.
Yeah, like, I'm about to start taking the 32s off my Cadillac.
Ha! You don't have a Cadillac.
No, I have a Chevy. It's even better.
I also have a Chevy. My car is an Impala, so I named it Vlad. Certain people are going to get that joke. Let's see. Duncan, your insider. Did you pre-paint that? No, I didn't. Hasn't that always been the case? Let's see. It would probably just be one of the sisters being released on repeat. I'm telling you right now, the Sisters of Battle will definitely be out before the date of the 23rd of December. I don't know where this One Piece is, and it's driving me bananas.
probably in a filler season.
Oh my god. I
Hey,
don't want to talk about filler seasons. Can't believe we had one in Queen's Court.
right? No, I think they're gonna. I know for a fact Sisters of Battle are gonna come out on December 31st at 11:59.
God, that would piss me off. You know, no, it wouldn't piss me off. Because that's something I would expect. I would giggle about that, and then I'd be pissed off. Like,
Would yell Christmas.
okay, it's like when somebody throws something, like, obnoxious at you, like, you get hit in the face with, like, a cupcake and it just explodes all over you. You're mad, but you're also laughing. Because somebody threw a cupcake at you. And you get to quote Austin Powers. Let's see. How do you like melee combat in 8th? It's really powerful. It's actually perfect, in my opinion. Though I do think that the Tau probably should make their for the greater good thing and a stratagem. So I think that's a little bit too powerful. Although it is really good for baiting your opponents. So I guess that's good. Yeah, I'm doing this backwards. But even then, it's just really hard to assault Tau. Which, I mean, that makes sense. I just think it's obnoxious. Also, Savior Protocol should be on a 6-up.
Like, hey kids, you like Marco lights?
Also, they shouldn't be able to try to test for their save with Feel No Pain and everything, and then be able to pass it off. I think that's absolute crap. But that's just me. Let's see. No, but melee combat is really powerful this edition. They are showing favoritism towards more close combat related armies. Gene Stealers, for instance, are really powerful for Tyranids. Gene Stealer Cult is laughable. Their Gene Stealers are terrible. Which is funny because they cost more. Yeah.
Why you play orcs? You're good at both melee and ranged.
They're the best shooting army in the game currently. Which I still find to be the most hilarious thing about orcs.
Oh yeah, their guns might be garbage, but you put like 40 of them in a squad with mob up and just roll them down.
Where the heck is the one part? Oh, here it is. Boop. Okay. Let's see. I've never beaten orcs. Orcs are very powerful. I tend to bring more balanced lists to games, and my sisters tend to have no real problem with them. And I'm saying this now, before somebody's like, well, I could actually beat you with my superior, amazing orc list that is absolutely gargantuanly powerful, and I haven't seen a girl in 40 years. Anyway, with one of those people, it's whatever. But, against, like, Adam, mine and his games tend to go back and forth and actually be a really, really, really good slog match the entire time. Like, we beat the hell out of each other, and I enjoy our games so much. He's actually the one opponent that I love playing against more than almost any other, aside from Riley. Well, actually, I can beat your orcs. I have professionally made my orc list so powerful that it's reinstated my virginity.
Jesus.
I have no idea where that came from, but I apologize.
It's like, your orc list may be more powerful than mine, but I can wall louder than you can, so...
I still think the best thing ever is something that I want Victor to say. Like, I want him to be losing against, like, the fattest, sweatiest, saltiest nerd ever. Like, getting absolutely destroyed. And then I just walk over wearing, like, you know, cute-ass outfit, like, my heel... Actually, the outfit that I'm wearing right now, aside from a better tank top. You know, just looking absolutely fantastic. I walk up to him, I kiss him on the cheek, and I'm like, hey, babe, how's the game going? And he's just like, I'm getting killed. And I'm like, Oh well. The faster you get done here, the more we can have fun at home. And then just walk away, just be like, and him just being like, we're playing 40k, aren't we? And the guy would be like, yeah.
That's dirty. That's dirty.
Oh, I'm sorry. I go to tournaments and wear a low-cut shirt. I am those types of... That's my type of dirty playing. Like, I may not be able to memorize all the rules like you can, but I know psychological warfare better than you. I know all I have to do to win a game in, like, a professional setting is just sit there and lean on the table. I will. I will do up my makeup between every round to make sure I look fantastic while doing it.
Joke's on you, I'm calling Ray Charles.
No, knowing my luck, I'll go up against a professional player who just happens to be gay, and I'll be like, damn it.
Probably. Oh, geez.
Do you want to read that?
I really don't.
Please.
Alright, after you do, that salty, angry nerd who...
Oh my god, never mind.
Yeah.
I read the last part of that, and I was like, oops.
Yep.
Sorry, John. You were correct.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should trust my mods. Go. See, this is why you watch my live streams, because this might stay up on the channel. I don't know. It probably... I don't know. If I'm lazy, it'll stay up on the channel. If I'm active, I'll probably remove it. More than likely, I'm going to get food after this, and then I'm probably going to forget.
Well, I have some good news. I have now officially transferred over my UA to 1.88.7.
Woo! I thought you were talking about a job, and then I realized it's Ultimate Apocalypse.
Oh no, I have the best job in the world.
Unemployment?
I was gonna say working for you, but okay.
Oh, I'm sorry!
Jeez.
Hey guys, does anybody want to pay my John? He's a good worker, hard worker, and he's amazing at everything he does forever, and he's one heck of a bartender.
Uh-huh.
I love him.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna stay quiet now. I apologize.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, John. Don't hurt
My ribs. Lord, my ribs.
me. Anyway, back to the topic. Do you like Necromunda? No.
I do.
I don't get me wrong. I love watching Necromunda. I don't want to play it. I want to make sure I have a huge terrain set before I play Necromunda. I actually have 2-3 gangs over in the corner of the room that I just haven't touched yet. Okay.
Although, do we want to talk about House Cawdor?
No. No, I don't.
Besides them, a lot of the gangs are cool. I do like the fact that they're using Necromunda to show off some things that, you know, like the squats, the Imperial Beastmen, stuff like that.
Yeah, they're using that in Blackstone Fortress to do so.
Go,
What kind of knight are you building? I am building a Knight Castellan. Okay, so let's get this this beasters together.
Yeah, that new Chaos Ogre looks tight as hell, though.
He does. Oh my god, I want him.
My problem is the Chaos Commissar looks like just a repurposed, like the Commissar that had the book and the Power Fist.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah, but the Chaos Ogre looks like completely like fresh.
It does. Like, I absolutely love Blackstone Fortress. I think that game is honestly... I'm waiting to see what they do with the next expansion to it. And I hope, like, they take Draven, I think his name is. Right. Or the Rogue Trader. I hope after they finish with the Blackstone Fortress, like, you know, once it's all said and done and everything, that he just goes, I'm on my next adventure, and just goes to something else. And they just use Blackstone Fortress as the title name, which they really should do with Necromunda, by the way, and go on to different games with it.
I can see that. one thing I'd like to see once you get down to Arizona is like, yeah, maybe you have Riley, yourself, Victor, maybe some other people, and then you do a Blackstone Fortress game.
My god, yes. So what I actually want to do is do a lead-in to kind of a large-scale shadow-ish... okay, how to put this? I want to do a Necromunda game where they find a dead Imperial Knight. Okay? And all of them are trying to fight the beasts and everything, getting down there and stealing the knight. And the knight will have rules for activating, because its machine spirit does not like intruders. I think that's a really cool idea. I want to do a campaign about that.
I want to see it where a game where it's like you're playing the game as normal, but you're also role playing with it as well.
Oh, you have to. Like campaign games, you have to role play them. Do you want to read that newest comment?
Let me double check. What is your opinion on reasonable proxies in non-tournament games? I have a Horus Heresy Night Lords army and want to use them in 40k. Conrad Kurz as a Demon Prince.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. I fully support the use of third-party miniatures in games. I fully support anybody just bringing flavor into their games. I fully support that. If you came up to me and said, hey, I'm using Conrad Kurz as my Demon Prince of this particular warband, I'd be like, okay, that's awesome. The Demon Prince made himself look like Conrad Kurz. That is so cool, and the Night Lords are so blind or so passionate that they follow him. I love that. By the way, I'm going to use Nathaniel Garrow as a living saint. He's going to represent Gilliman. So that's what I do on my channel. Just saying, I do it too.
Nathaniel Garrow.
The Legion of One.
The Legion of One. Those are good stories. Sword of Truth is still my favorite, even though, like, it's got, I actually, for a Black Crusade, I'm actually bringing in a guy who was, like, a member of Hakim's warband, the Traitorous White Scar.
Nice. I love it.
So he's actually gonna have, like, a long-standing, like, grudge against the, like, if he hears about the Sons of Garrow, he's gonna go, like, nuts.
Well, remember one thing about the Sons of Garrow, they're a secret legion.
Yeah, but if they show up, he's gonna...
Yeah.
He would absolutely lose his mind.
X would indeed give it to them. Okay. What do we have for that newest comment?
Let's see. I would love GW to allow Chromas miniatures, for example, but GW just allows tournaments, which sucks.
No, I understand why GW doesn't allow third-party miniatures in their own tournaments. Like, that's a given. That I fully understand. And I fully support. GW does have the rights to say no to that. It would be like showing up to a Magic the Gathering game using printed out cards. Sorry, no.
And then you run into issues like Wargamer exclusives and more risque models.
Yep. Which in no way, shape, or form are actually risque. Just saying. I totally... Actually, I do support them. I like them. Some of them.
No.
Some of them are a bit silly. Like when they have topless sisters. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop it.
But then you have things like Creature Caster.
Creature Caster is the perfect example of a third-party company just going, nah, we're better. Like, Creature Caster is hands down some of the best work that I've ever seen.
Unreasonably priced.
No, it's completely reasonable for their pricing. They are amazing. Their company is straight up fire, and they know it.
They're sexy, and they know it.
Quite literally. Okay. Let's see. What part is that? C14. So 14. Oh, it's this one. That's convenient. What is that comment?
Let's see. I don't see any other comment.
It's from Roth.
I don't see it.
I'm a skimpily Imperial Assassin from Wargames exclusive. She's a nice model. See, I don't mind, like, the Assassins doing that. Because again, that kind of makes sense for them for espionage. And I mean, I know that sounds weird, especially coming from me. But, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well, plus it's pre-established they wear a lot of tight, like, leather.
Although some of them are a bit ridiculous.
Eversors are still the coolest assassins. Just skull-faced madmen.
Yeah, they're kind of ridiculously insane. Come on. Get in the hole. Get in the damn hole. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna fight you, and then I'm gonna cry because I fight something. And you don't want to deal with me crying.
You think the Bloody Queen of Corn will ever be in 40k, aka Valkia the Bloody?
No, she's human. Like, she's a human champion. So I don't see her coming in. Sorry.
Besides, they could just use, like, if they want to have, like, an equivalent, they can use, Muriel Sabathiel.
Yeah. Well, Mara Sabathiel is Slanesh.
Right, but I'm talking about, like, the concept of, like, that, like, kind of Valkyrie of a Chaos God.
Maybe. Come on. Oh my god, would you just go into the place that I want you to go? This is why I hate building certain models. A pain in the butt. What chapter tactic would you use for Little Sisters of Purification? Salamanders. I'm not going to answer with my traditional answer of Ultramarines for everything, because Ultramarines are the best codex. Well, out of Codex Marines anyway.
Give me 1 minute.
There we go. Okay, that took forever. Creature custom miniatures are arguably better than GW. They can't make the size. That's the big thing, is their sizing is just slightly off. Which is fine, because Creature Caster is amazing regardless. Okay, let's see. Let's get these pieces on. So, this connects. Yeah. Come on. Activate connect mode. Form of go into the damn spot. Why are you not fitting? Okay. Did I put a part upside down again? I feel like I put a part upside down again. No? Huh. There we go. Okay. There we go. Got it. Perfect. If you could change one thing in 8th edition, what would it be? Probably give Genestealer cult Genestealers access to the Tyranid traits. That would be my big change. Now in a Night House that can combine like a Voltron. I could see it. Okay, so now there should be a butt piece. Number 22. Let's see, there you are. How much do you... how much do you dabble in AOS? Do you predict the Slaves of Darkness will get a battle tome? At some point, my poor Chaos Warriors are dusty. I have no idea. I play a little bit of AOS. I haven't touched it in like 3 months. I do have an AOS army in the works. It is Daughters of Cain, because that's quite literally my last name. So I figured it was the perfect army for me. And they're non-Slanesh, so I love it. I also have my Slanesh demons and my Khorne demons for it. Does this go with this part down? Yes, it does. Okay, boop to boop. There we go. But yeah, I don't know enough about AOS to make predictions about it. I assume every race in 40k and AOS will eventually get a codex regardless. That's just my prediction. Men to me a great army that can win tournaments. I hope Daughters of Cain can win tournaments. Otherwise, I feel like I'm going to be wasting my money on them. I'm joking, of course. I don't just buy armies that win. Hell, I have Space Marines.
They actually are really good.
I've heard that. Let's see, A15. Yep, that's one of them. But I still don't like AOS, just simply because of the double turns. I really view that as broken. Like, if you go second, you're guaranteed to get... Like, not guaranteed, obviously. But if you get 2 first turns against your opponent, it's insanely good. Like, there's no negative to that at all. Like, I'm gonna go second. Okay, you weather the beating of first turn, you go second, then you roll for the new battle round, and then you go again. Yeah, no, you're turning that entire game to your favor.
Especially if you have like an artillery heavy army like the Carjon Overlords. Oh, hey, I just bombarded you with these massive airships. Now I'm gonna do it again.
I don't think the Carjon Overlords are actually that good.
You have to, like, they're good detachment army. You have to bring them with, like, Stormcast.
I would not know. I don't play enough of the game.
You know, then again, you don't prefer fantasy in generals. Like,
No, I really don't like fantasy, especially Age of Sigmar's fantasy. I think it's a little bit too ridiculous.
Are you saying Nagash's hat is ridiculous?
Yes. Nagash's hat is ridiculous. Just saying.
It kind of is.
Okay, let's see. Why the love for Nids? I love the Nids. I think they are the cutest army in 40k. They're quite literally a bunch of women just coming over to beat you up. They only keep men around for a few things, and that is snoo snoo, and to make more. I mean,
Indeed.
Tyranids are just the coolest army because they're so smart, they're so quick to adapt. They are the easiest, they are the biggest threat to the galaxy by far, and even other armies that would never team up would just be like, hey, we're about to die. Like, Tyranids pose a threat to the galaxy unlike any other. They can't be reasoned with, they can't be bartered or traded away. They are just death incarnate. When they come to a world, the world dies. Like, that is something that no empire could ever say. We took a planet and devoured every bit of life on it, and then simply moved on to the next. Why did we do it? Because we just wanted to. Love it. Tyranids are the scariest race in 40k. Hands down, the grim darkness of the 40k universe is the Tyranids.
Yeah, because there really is no reason in the world after the Tyranids got there.
It's gone. It's...
Yep.
Like, maybe if you have some Dark Age technology eco-bombs, but other than that, you're done. Like, that world is gone. There's nothing left. Okay. Except Baal, the Blood Angels said to the Nids, you can't kill what's already dead. Oh, yes they can. No, but that's the one problem with the 40k riders and the Tyranids, is the Tyranids are used as the big baddies, which is the biggest problem in 40k, is they're the bad guys, so everybody beats them up. And an army is only measured about how good it is if it can defeat the Tyranids. So they have that huge glaring weakness of they're not the main character syndrome.
Yeah.
They are the simple putties of 40k that just need to get beaten up. Yet made out to be the biggest threat.
Well, luckily with the Gene Stealer cult, they're able to give them some more personality, so that maybe help.
Yeah, but does
Even
it?
still. No, I think they only got like one book with like Cult of the War Mason.
Yeah, it's a fix, I guess. I don't know.
Something they need to work on. Put ADB on it, he'll fix it.
Yeah, ADB riding Tyranids would be insane. Okay. This goes here. I wish they would just put ADB on everything to fix all of the stuff in 40k.
Oh yeah. Or like he should be riding like the big pushes.
Yeah. Without a doubt. Okay, let's see.
Like keep Nick Kime on his salamander and what have yous.
Don't let Matt Ward near the salamanders.
Does he work for GW anymore?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they keep him employed, and by that I mean they keep him chained up in the basement. Never to be seen again.
You don't?
I'd keep him far away from any codex ever.
Was it that bad?
His stuff was awful. His writing was terrible. His rules were decent. Cool, I glued it to my finger. Come on. Why will you not connect? There we go. Okay. Perfect. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's let that dry for a second. Do you need Valkia Fenry? What is that?
Let's see.
Do you need a Vulcan Fenrica army? I think that's what they mean. And
yeah.
I don't have Space Wolves in my collection. That is one army that I've never collected, is Space Wolves for the Space Marines. Hey, he is still with GW, they just don't put his name on anything. He writes. That's funny.
Is that legal?
Yes.
Oh, fair enough.
I have a bunch of notifications on Discord. I love when people send me notifications while I'm streaming.
Right.
Okay, there we go. Alexis, stop gluing yourself. No! Have you ever played with or against Harlequins? Yes, I have. They are ridiculously tough, especially with the new Ynnari. They're actually even tougher with Ynnari, which is insane. I definitely think people are going to switch the meta over to that for the Ynnari, because Harlequins can actually do the melee that the Ynnari need. And I think GW just kind of nerfed them slightly. Like, it was a very light nerf. Yeah, it was stupid. They barely nerfed them. I know a lot of tournament players are going to be like, oh, but they don't work with Eldar anymore. And I'm going to be like, yes, you are correct. They do not work with Eldar anymore. They work with Harlequins and Dark Eldar now. Which makes them even more broken.
All along.
No, Harlequins are tough. Like, they are flat out just a really, 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 really tough army to fight.
Here's the thing, I don't see them a lot like on battle reports, so I'm like, I look at their model range, I'm like, how can something with this few like models in the line be such a, pain in the keys?
Well, the biggest thing about them is they're clowns, so no one really likes them. Is the easiest way of putting it. You don't see them appear in tournaments too much because of that exact reason. But other than that, they are a really, really solid, fast-moving army that has a lot of damage output and can soak a lot of damage. There is legit nothing bad about them.
Except their looks.
Well, they're toughness 3, so I guess that. Let's see. Alexis, I'm getting the Tyranids Apocalypse box, and three tyrants with one with wings. Good. Yeah. I mean, it's a solid start. Build one up as a Swarm Lord, and go from there. You want a Swarm Lord, you want 30 Gene Stealers. Other than that, you can add anything you want to the army, because it will be good.
Subterranean Uprising.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that was good while it lasted.
What was it? What is it? You take 3... It was 2 Subterranean Uprisings and 3, Flying Hive Tyrants?
7.
Oh, yeah, 7.
I had a list in 7th edition that ran 7 Flying Hive Tyrants. Because I didn't like having friends.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was a ridiculously hard game to beat. Army to beat. Hitting on 6s against the entirety of the army. I can smite spam like crazy. God, I love Tyranids. I just wish I'm slowly building a way to transport them. Like, I want to get the Citadel extra large case strictly for my Tyranids.
As soon as we figure out how big it is.
I know, right? I cannot figure out that damn thing's measurements. Okay, this one, and... Where's the other cannon? There it is.
Ooh, here's a good question. What is your absolute favorite model?
Oof. Hit me with those tough questions. Oh, that is... John, I need you to be entertaining real quick. I'm gonna go and get it. I will be right back.
Alright, so I will propose a question while we wait on Alexis to grab her favorite model. When in the chat did you have that moment where you saw an army and it's like, yes, I want this? Like, because I've always, like, before I started buying models, I was always like, these are cool. Oh, but then these are cool. But then these are cool. And then I started really getting into the orcs, and I'm like, these are my dudes, orcs for life. And I'm currently sitting on a decent pile of them. So I want to hear from y'all. What was that moment when you realized, like, this army is your army, and this is your main? So I want to see what everyone says about that. So,
let's go ahead and set you right here. Ah, we can't set you there. Let's set you... Wow, you guys are gigantic here. You're gonna go on my lap. Holy cow, I don't have room for you guys. Here, let's carefully move this. Yeah. And let's carefully put you over here. Okay. There you go. And let's put you over here. And let me throw my headphones back on.
yeah, I'm really liking these answers, y'all.
Okay.
Answers.
Okay. Wait, who else is here?
Oh no, I proposed a question in the chat.
Ah, okay. So, I don't have one favorite model. I've actually had 3. The Spartan for the Space Marines. Mine is painted like garbage. For the Astra Militarum / Sisters of Battle, because this is definitely a Sisters aircraft, is the Avenger Strike Fighter. I absolutely love, love, love this aircraft. I have 2 more of these. Anyway, you need to make flying noises whenever you get an aircraft. And my big buddy! I mean, who doesn't love the Hierophant? Look at him. He's absolutely adorable, aren't you? Yes, you are. I would hate to see one of you scurrying across my floor. That would be horrifying. Ah! Just running across the floor. I'd move out.
Just
Like, could you imagine something like this coming after you? Like,
not.
like this big. I'd keep it as a pet.
I mean, Australians are kind of like, nah.
You can see where he's broken a few times, where he needs to be repainted, where he's chipped. This model is very hard to take care of. You can see where I've green stuffed him. But he is one of my favorite models of all time, and he is absolutely adorable. There we go. Give him a kiss. I mean, who doesn't love giant buggers? Look at him. I cannot put him on my head, and I'm not going to put a $300 model on my head. What's his name? His name is Goliath. The Hierodin is named Demona. If you can name where those are from, then I owe you one hug. There we go. Alright, let's get back to building now. That was fun. That was fun. Gargoyles, yes!
Well played.
In fact, all of my Tyranid Super Heavies are named after the gargoyles, so they're also named after New York. Anyway. These parts are just like rounded little discs. Alright, I'm gonna assume it's that one, and that one. Okay, there we go. Let's get these things together. So here, your guest in Arizona with it. Oh my god, that would be awesome. Ah, I almost dropped that piece. Boop. Just put it on a little car and just slide it across the room really quickly. Make like a horrific noise too, like it just goes flying across the room. I would lose a Hierophant that day, but it'd be so worth it. Okay, let's see. Is it hard to it's so hard to transport. Yeah, it is. Tyranids in general are hard to transport. I know Battle Foam makes like special Tyranid cases, but they're like $5,000 for them. And it's why I want the Citadel ones, because I could cut and mangle those ones to my heart's content and actually get them to fit. And honestly, I'm starting to... I like Battle Foam, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love Battle Foam for transporting well in the state, well in my car. But if I ever get on a plane, I'm bringing a Citadel hard plastic case. What are your thoughts on the new Apocalypse? Waste of time. Like, I don't think I can be any clearer about that. I don't like it. But as of right now, I don't like it. I don't like memorizing thousands of cards. I don't like the idea of the system that it's trying to do. I don't like damage at the end of the turn. I kind of liked Apocalypse as it was. I didn't see any problems with it. Apocalypses should take a while. Apocalypses. Sorry, I can keep going on this rant. I think you're gonna see it for like a couple of days, and people are gonna be like, "Yeah, Apocalypse is amazing," and then it's gonna immediately die. Kind of like how you don't see any battle reports for Adeptus Titanicus, because no one's really playing that either. Like, people are collecting the models, sure, but it's really hard to get a game in with those unless you're at an event. At least with Adeptus Titanicus, you could be like, hey, I have my 40k stuff with me, you want to play 40k? Or Kill Team? Kill Team was great. Kill Team is great. I actually really like Kill Team. But Apocalypse... I'm not sold on Apocalypse, and I think I'm gonna stick to traditional Apocalypse. If they made it more like Epic, I would totally be there. Oversaturation of specialist games? Hey, yeah, sounds like 2nd edition all over again. It is. It really is. I wouldn't mind if they brought back Inquisitor. Like, that'd be fun. Or Battlefleet Gothic. Like, all they have to do is take Armada, X-Wing Armada's system and just port it over for Battlefleet Gothic. Like, don't make those old rules. Those old rules were stupid. We're all aware of how stupid those old rules were. Gorka Morka would also be fun. And some of the new ones that they've come out with have been rather fun, like Speed Freaks, which no one talks about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was actually about to correct myself. I'm like, yeah, technically Speed Freaks is kind of...
Speed Freaks is Gorka Morka. Like, that was their attempt at Gorka Morka. They made it the racing game.
Yeah. The turning in that game, like, being able to do, like... They literally have a rule there where you can, like, do it while you're drifting, shoot a shock attack gun.
That's amazing. I like that. Material monsters aren't that good. Wait, do you mean what Tyranid monsters aren't good? Because if you want Tyranid monsters that are not good, the Dharmakaran is on that list. He's terrible, but I love him. I take him to like almost all of my games. I'm playing Tyranids, I'm probably bringing the Dharmakaran. Is he going to do anything? Absolutely not. He's going to suck it and die. Queen, do you think that there'll be a sister battle kill team in the future? I don't know, GW kind of hates women, so maybe. I hope. I assume so. But Sisters of Silence also got excluded from kill team, so... Same with the Inquisition. Same with a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, the Custodians got in. Don't worry, the guys are in there, not the women. Just saying. They thought I wouldn't notice, but I did. Okay. We've had a consistent over 30 viewers. This is awesome. If you guys are enjoying this stream, please consider using the super chat feature. It goes a long way to helping me out. I'm not going to push for it, but if you want to, please do. It really helps me out as a YouTuber. As you guys know, I actually don't make a lot of money doing this. I do this more as, well, I do this for my livelihood, but at the same time, I do this to bring my passion to you guys. Most hated Horus Heresy novel, probably Angron's, because that one was so stupid. I know a lot of men like it, but I read it and I was just sitting there like, this is so dumb. Everything about this. And Magnus. Magnus was also really bad. And I'm not trying to be a meme and say, oh, Magnus, blah, 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 I don't care anymore. No, but Magnus's book was just awful. Like, it was legit the most boring thing I've read. And it hints at him falling to chaos so easily. And it's just like, guys, you know there's a thing called subtlety.
Another bad one, Pharaohs. Pharaohs is dumb. I like his politics is about as entertaining as a brick of wood.
But yeah, Angron's book was stupid. Like, and the biggest thing is, like, everybody's like, oh, Angron was betrayed. And it's just like, no, he wasn't. Angron was just kind of a choice words here that couldn't get over some loss of his friends. Like, dude outlives them no matter what. And yet he's like, my friends. It's like, through the power of friendship, I turned into a greater demon of corn. And now I'm murdering everything because I'm a mindless monster. And it's like, wow, good job, Angron. You totally proved your father wrong. I can't believe you did that. Who would have guessed? Betrayer was good. I will admit to that one. Like, a lot of the traditional 40k stories that people like, I didn't. But I also like some of the ones that people don't like. I guess I'm a hipster in this regard. I love the Dark Angel ones because it's told from a third party instead of being told from Dark Angels, and I love that. As much as I hated Angron, Biggie could have helped his friends, but why? Like, that That to me will always be the standard question when wondering about this. It's just like, what's the point? What would be the point of saving his friends? Angron was faulty and was going to be destroyed, and they decided against it. Like, Angron is just weak. Like, he's hands down probably the worst Primarch, aside from Alferes, Omegon, and Mortarion.
The White Scar novels were pretty good in the... Actually, the White Scar's actually got some pretty cool novels.
I do like the White Scars. I will admit to that one.
Like the time Jagatai Khan was accidentally sassy to Wolfman.
It was also Fulgrim.
Oh yeah, he was sassy to Fulgrim. But yeah,
Yep.
No, yeah, he's just kind of sassy. Although
The best written Primarch, the best written 40k books are tied between Fulgrim and the Master of Mankind. Yeah, Biggie helped Mortarion's friends. Biggie just showed up and killed the other guy. He didn't really save anybody else.
also
The thing is, Empt didn't view anyone as a person, only as a tool. Yes. That's how gods view people. That isn't true, though. He views Malkador as a very close friend, and he also views his custodians as friends. So, yeah.
There's that.
Let's see. This just wants to be attached, but with no connection. The hell did I...
mean,
oh, okay.
He did straight up call Angron, was it Pinocchio?
Yeah. Like, if I was in Biggie's shoes, I would have looked at Angron and just killed him on the spot. I would have been like, wow, you are completely useless. No, I'm not gonna save you. I'm just gonna let you stay here and stay here. Conrad Kurz, I wouldn't have interfered. I'd have been like, well, dude's doing pretty good. Okay, see ya. Magnus, I would have brought him to Terra and actually trained him in psychic abilities. The only reason God creates people is so that he could love them. I think it's the other way around. It's so that they could love him. Or her. Depending on the god, of course. I'm not going to put this armored plate on just yet. Yeah, I don't want to put this armored plate on. Why are you not fitting? Okay. There we go. Perfect. See, we got the upper torso belt. Yay! Okay. Would have let him die with his friends. Yeah. That probably would have been a better fate. Actually, he would live through it. Like, let's be real. He would live right through that. They're not killing him. Okay, time for the gun. We need those pieces, which are...
Yeah, like every Primarch who's led a military campaign, like before they were like found by the Emperor, were doing quite well.
Well, that's the thing. All the Primarchs, like... See, this is the one thing I don't like about 40k. People focus too much on the Primarchs. Like... I like, It's why I like the Caiaphas Cain books, because they're kind of jokey, but they're more serious humor. Like Caiaphas explaining that, hey, I was a coward when I was alive. I just tried to look for ways of surviving. It just turns out being a really good swordsman kind of saves you. I like a lot of the Sister of Battle books because they're written from a different perspective other than I'm a generic superhuman that is ungodly overpowered and nothing can hurt me. Which is probably why I liked Fulgrim, because he was hurt. Like, he was the most hurt of the Primarchs. Like, you don't even need to know 40k. Like, I lent that book to my friend, and she felt for Fulgrim. She had no idea what a Space Marine was. But she read the story and was like, wow, Fulgrim is a really sad tale. And I was like, yeah, it's his own Yeah, I just love Fulgrim. Sorry, he is just my favorite Primarch for a reason. Also, I'm still waiting for the story where they Pinocchio a custodian, not a Pinocchio, Milanus a custodian.
Oh, Primarch custodian.
Yeah, where instead of the noble families giving their child, their male child, they don't have one, so they just send their daughter. I would love that as a story, to be honest.
Would be interesting. I mean, just that means it's made of magic.
Yeah, I mean, they're literally magicked into existence. Do you
I'm
believe
sorry,
in...
biomancy.
Do you believe in magic in the Emperor's heart? My answer is yes. Because I personally believe the Emperor was always a god, trying to be man. That is my theory, anyway. There we go. Just make sure this can twist. You see Khorne as noble? No. God, no. No, he's a murdering psychopath. God doesn't have a gender. It's kind of works both ways. Whatever. If it presents as masculine, I'll call it a man. If it presents as feminine, I'll call it a woman. Let's see. What else do we got? Yeah, but I've heard the argument of Khorne being the god of nobility and things of that nature. But after, like, looking through everything, I can't find one example of Khorne ever being noble. Like, ever going like this, well, I won't fight you until you get up and fight me at your hardest. No, Khorne just sees you on the ground and decides to beat you to death. Khorne cares not from where the blood flows. He'll go into a maternity ward and murder every single child in there. And he wouldn't think twice of it. Like, that's the hard truth of Khorne. All of the Chaos Gods can be arguably good in their own way, aside from Slaanesh and Khorne. Khorne is outright psychopathic, whereas Slaanesh is far, far, far worse. Like, I could never properly describe the things that a god of hedonistic behavior would do. No GW writer could ever capture what Slaanesh would do to people. Like, it wouldn't be like, oh, haha, look, we're worshipping Slaanesh by, you know, the typical things that I won't mention on my channel because of reasons and YouTube being a butt. No, it would be literal gore everywhere. And it would be people playing with it. That's what Slaanesh would do. And anybody who thinks Slaanesh is the good guy, think the Hellraiser movies were far more terrifying. Yes. Think the Hellraiser movie, but make them psychopaths. And before you say psychopaths, just chalk that up to 11. And maybe you have just the slight hint of what Slaanesh would do. Where I mentioned what Khorne would do if he walked into a maternity ward, I'll never explain what Slaanesh would do.
I don't think anyone can explain what she would do.
Slaanesh is absolutely horrifying. Like, if there's one evil in the universe, it's Slaanesh. And all of those silly little worshippers in Komorra, they all need to be exterminated.
I think you're going to be living with one of those, right?
Yes. But me and Riley both agree on that. That Slaanesh is, without a doubt, the most horrifying Chaos God in existence.
She is. She scares me.
I made a stupid mistake. Oops, Daisy, my bad. There we go. Ah! It exploded. Ah! Come on, go back together, peas. 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 Come on. There you go. Let's see. Just past the 2-hour mark. Oh, sweet. Who do the Dakari worship, Slanesh? The Dakari don't worship anything but themselves. Hedonistic behavior is the worship of Slanesh. Nature and nurture. Would any of the other Primarchs have coped better with Angron's upbringing? It doesn't really matter. Angron is Spartacus. Like, that's his story. Where Fulgrim is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Angron is Spartacus. Okay, and let's get 49 on here, which is this bubble. Boop. There we go. I still like that Gilliman had a mom. Like, Gilliman had a mom that cared for him.
And smacked the hell out of him.
Yep. Do you ever run your demons in a battle report? Do it in open place as summoning isn't garbage. Unfortunately, you won't see my demons until I'm living down in Arizona, because that's where they're currently heading. I honestly don't mind the summoning mechanics in 40k. I don't like getting free units, because I showed just how broken summoning can be in 40k. Especially the Gene Stealer cult summoning. That summoning is ridiculous. And I don't think a lot of people see its full potential. Oh my god, I'm dumb. I have to break this gun in half again. Okay, let's try this again. How does this piece go in? Like this. Okay, let's do this one more time. Okay. Let's slap this together once more. There we go. I'm just gonna hold this nice and tight. Let's see. How well would Godzilla fare in the 40k universe? He'd fit right in. In fact, I'm pretty sure he'd be taken over by Korn as a... Actually, no. Could you imagine if he was harvested by the Tyranids?
Oh god,
Well, I mean, there is creatures like him in 40k. I think he'd be perfectly fine, to be honest. Like, it would just be considered a Death World monster that would eventually be exterminated. Probably from orbit. Really quickly. Probably with a laser. Just instantly incinerate him. Before he has any way of actually reacting. Although he is fast enough to catch an asteroid. Nah, there's no way he could dodge a space laser.
no, you do not want Tyranids shooting like gamma blasts or whatever you get.
Oh my god, atomic energy Tyranids? Oof.
Please no.
That'd be terrifying. But yeah, I think Godzilla would be fine. Boop 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 boo. Did you get shot off the table by Tau like I do? Sometimes. Sometimes that happens. Mechanicus versus Godzilla would be pretty funny. Yeah, they would definitely build a giant mechanical Godzilla. No, they'd probably just stick a bunch of knights on it, or a couple of titans. Actually, one warhound would probably be enough to take down Godzilla. Because his Gamma Blast would bounce off of a void shield, and then it would just shoot it with 2 turbo lasers and just absolutely annihilate him. Let's see. If you had to choose one demon type to follow you for the rest of your life, I'm assuming, what is one demon you would choose to follow? Probably Tzeentch. That would be the safest bet. Yeah, probably Tzeentch. I'd go with the safety on that. Because Tzeentch demons, all you have to do is outsmart them. Although, if I entered a blood pact with a demon of Khorne, that could be fun. Because I'd be like, hey, go and find these people and... No, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Let's see. No, I definitely pick Tzeentch. Godzilla can return fire against the spacecraft with his breath. Not one moving as fast as a 40k ship. Not one moving as fast as an actual space vessel. And they would probably fire it from well outside of his ability to see it. Or even detect it, for that matter. Aside from that, yeah, a regular warhound would be able to outmaneuver Godzilla and probably kill him relatively quickly. Godzilla has been shown to recover when the only thing remaining was his heart. That's fine. A turbo laser would evaporate him, which is equivalent to the atom destroyer, or the oxygen destroyer, which killed him in the first place. Hey, Queen, good to see you're building a knight. Oh, thank you. Godzilla can take a nuke to the face. By the way, Death Strike missile is a nuke. They fire those all the time. Yeah, Godzilla... Like, a lot of people overestimate just how strong Godzilla is. He's still a creature. He'd still die just as quick as a regular creature. He still has the weaknesses of a regular creature. So when you try to do this debate, you have to realize that Godzilla has limits. And one of his limits would be his range. Godzilla's atomic breath can't fire that far. Compared to, well, a volcano cannon or turbo laser. Godzilla has energy fields. That's fine. A turbo laser would overwhelm those almost immediately. Look at people actually arguing this against me. Good argument, by the way. Yeah, all you'd have to do is just shoot him out of his line of sight and just kill him instantly. Or at least shoot him to the point where he would need to go into a recovery state, go in, and simply prevent him from doing that. Either by constant shelling, or just, you know, hit him with a couple of meltaguns. Because meltaguns also evaporate. So, you superheat him, watch him explode because he's a biological creature, and toss his remnants into space. Done. All of which the Imperial Guard can do with no problems. Especially being if we're talking about him recovering and everything. Yeah, he'd be gone. Now I want the Mechanicus Mechagodzilla Titan situation. Yes. I'm not going to put the shielding on this arm yet. I just built this really quickly while we were talking about that. Which is the plasma the plasma gun. I'm going to take the top off of this. We're going to put this onto here. Because I'm going to take this entire skeleton and just spray it up silver. And then just apply null oil to the entire thing. I'm just going to base this thing. Boom. Done. Just sick the Emperor on him. No, the Emperor would die. The Emperor is not that powerful. He kind of Inuyasha'd a bunch of demons. So maybe? Could
Yeah,
backlash. Yeah, he did.
I'm not letting anyone live down the fact that the Emperor got checked out by a horde.
What about the Deathcore Krieg bayonet charging versus Godzilla? The Deathcore Krieg, ironically, don't do that much. The meme is a meme. Just saying. Alright. Let's move on to his next arm. The laser. What about they have Godzilla become a part of their own planetary defense? They wouldn't. He's a creature of terror, but nah. Just kill him.
Treat them like Catachan devils.
Yeah, just exterminate him.
For fun.
I mean, he'd be one hell of a trophy hunt.
Are you kidding me? Iron Hand Stricken will hear about this and like you'd hear heavy breathing.
Yeah. Like, the trophy hunting of Godzilla would be amazing.
It's like,
Ironically, Zilla would survive far more than Godzilla would. Godzilla is a slow-moving creature. Zilla is not. Zilla is fast and can hide himself or herself. Let's see. Emperor is all over the place with power. Yeah, that's true. Let's see. What would you change about the 40k community as a whole? Make them more accepting. That's pretty much it. Get rid of the toxic element of 40k. Let's see. Could Godzilla fit through the Golden Throne doors to the Emperor's throne room? Smaller variants of him, yeah.
I mean, like a side titan can get through it, right?
No. No, they only have 2 warhounds inside the Imperial Palace to protect the Emperor.
Oh, when did the side titans?
The side titans are outside, I think.
Oh, fair enough.
All I know is a warmonger decided to walk up to the Imperial Palace and demand freedom from, demand representation, and no one could stop it. Even the custodians were like, yeah, he's dead. Alright, let's
Side
see.
titans are cool. The idea of a psychically powered, like, giant war machine is kind of entertaining.
It really is. Giant psychic war machines. I didn't know that there were warhounds inside. Yeah, if you actually look at the art of the Golden Throne, the 2 titans on the side of it are warhound class battle titans. Just the little things you notice. They even have names. Like everything in 40k, there's lore to it. You see this slightly designed differently bolter? Yeah, there's lore to that too. Weapon mods? Nah, you mean lore mods. Okay, I'm gonna put you in here. I'm gonna put this piece in here. I'm gonna put all these armor plates in a different case because these are gonna be painted by an airbrush. I don't know if this guy's commissioning me to paint this thing though. If not, I'm still gonna keep it apart for the person he does commission. But still. So that's easy. Let's see. Do you think the skulls on Malkador's thrones are the real Primarch skulls? No. No. There is barely any lore on the 2 missing Primarchs. They are purposely left ambiguous, so people can create their own lore for them.
Well, I'm not getting into it.
No, that's what they're meant for. Like, the only thing we know about the other two Primarchs is one is dead, and they're both male. That's it.
Wait, so...
Oh, and Horus didn't like that they were removing their statues.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
But aside from that, nah, they're not important.
Except when they just ignore.
Well, I mean, yeah, we do know the two Primarchs' names. Like, let's be real. We know exactly who the two Primarchs are.
Yep, the dead one is Nagash and the alive one is Sycamore.
Yep. Makes sense to me.
I mean, there you go. Notice how they're one of the two people that survived the end times.
Mm-hmm.
I
wouldn't call them people. I mean, they're both gods.
That is true. I have made so many people mad while saying that because of how, like, straight face I put it.
I know, but you also argue with people about feudalism, so what can we say? Except you're welcome.
Proves my point.
It does. Okay. Sorry, I'm just putting armor plates into the other case really quickly so that I can maneuver through this sprue a lot easier. Yes, I know about the numbers on the skulls representing the two missing Primarchs. It's mostly, like, my theory about that whole thing about the missing Primarchs, is that they're not missing. They're dead. They betrayed the Imperium and did something stupid, and then they died. But the reason that GW leaves it ambiguous is so people can forge a narrative. Because that's the real important thing in 40k, is creating your own story. That's why there's no definitive end to any of the stories in 40k. There's no be-all, end-all, the Tyranids are dead now, we can party. There is, oh no, we pushed the Tyranids back.
Yeah, just look at Yarick.
Mm-hmm. Yarick is old as hell.
Yarick's way older than he really should be.
I don't think so.
Well, never bet. He should be dead by now.
He's a little over, like, 400. I think he's still fine.
Not even, like, from an old age. He should just be dead so that Godzilla story can move on.
That I fully agree too. But even Godzilla is just a joke character. Like, I say that knowing full well that Godzilla is, like, the biggest, baddest war boss ever. But he is named after Margaret Thatcher.
And you 80s.
Yeah. So, we do have to take that into account when we think of Godzilla. That his character is literally a joke.
Yeah, but his character got updated after a while. Like, they kept the name because you kind of got to, but...
No, they could literally get rid of the name. It wouldn't be hard.
Because I know they got, like... Because I think they kind of started that, like, when they got rid of Makari.
Yeah.
Makari. And your lucky stick. And your 2-up unmodifiable 2-up save.
Okay.
But I guess you can't say nothing because the orcs themselves are kind of a joke.
Well, yeah, they are the funny race in 40k. They are the ones that literally take the grim dark out of 40k.
Apparently, there's a book called Ren's World that kind of makes them scarier.
Scarier, but not really scary. I mean, at the end of the day, we do know that orcs say red ones go faster.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
They all have Cockney British accents. These are just things we're aware of. Like, whenever somebody says that 40k is grimdark, I'm like, there's yellow banana people and there's orcs that are hilarious. And I'm not saying I don't like the orcs, I really do. Also, I heard a puppers.
Alright.
And thus it must be the most adorable dog ever. Because all dogs are beautiful.
It's Buster. He's very weird. He's one of the most sweetest, affectionate dogs I know. He's also got this weird thing where he's like super energetic, and then he just like looks at me, I look at him, and he just kind of flops away.
40k has space elf ninja clowns. Yeah, can't really be grimdark when you have space elf ninja clowns.
Jesus Christ, that's really what they are.
Yeah. I mean, I still giggle that people call the Tau players weebs when you literally have a army of samurai shooting shurikens at people. Let's see. I don't know. I always... Anytime somebody's like, oh, it doesn't... Tau don't fit the atmosphere of 40k. 40k is grim dark. Yada yada yada. I sit here going like this. Dude, orcs believe that red inherently makes something go faster, and it does. The Tau fit in just fine. The Tau don't have any good stories. You haven't read any, have you? No, I don't want to read about the Tau. Then shut up. That went flying. No, but I always found that argument funny is when people like, oh, I hate the Tau. It's just like, stop it. You only hate the Tau because some popular YouTuber told you to hate them.
And they have walking tanks.
I still like how I still love how the how Commissar how Caiaphas Cain refers to the Tau's battlesuits as dreadnoughts.
I can see that.
I mean, that's what they are. They're dreadnoughts. They're fast-moving dreadnoughts. Ha, Dave, somebody got it. And that's why we love you, Alexis. Yay! It's because I like calling things out as I see them. Do most of the Space Marines fit the grimdark aesthetic? No, absolutely not. The only ones that do are Dark Angels and Blood Angels, and not even Ultramarines. Black Templar. Black Templar definitely do, out of the ones that are known. Let's see.
Dark Angels.
I already said Dark Angels.
Oh, sorry. The Sister Battle, the Inquisition.
Yeah, Sister Battle, Inquisition, definitely. I would actually argue that the Tau do. Like, there is a solid argument for saying that they do. Especially once you start exploring their lore. The Tau's lore is very, very dark.
Well, yeah, because they're like the smaller... I don't want to say insignificant, but they're one of the smallest players in this kind of giant game.
Actually, I think that they're the ones that are going to win.
Like, by nature of surviving?
No. The Tau represent humanity. And I will get into this in just a second. I'm going to allow this comment. Okay. Tau are just humans during the golden age of technology. They don't understand what they're doing. They don't understand what they're doing is dangerous. And everybody else is warning them that what they're doing is dangerous. And instead, they're going to ignore it. And they're going to keep doing what they're doing because they have the technological advantage for right now. Up until everything's going to explode in their face. Which, lo and behold, it's starting to happen. They're just humans in the dark age of technology. They have all this cool, hyper-advanced stuff, but at the end of the day, it's all going to be meaningless in the face of the true enemy. Until they start figuring out how to fight chaos, like actually fight chaos, there is no true winning. And I mean, if 40k were to have a full end times, aside from the one that it had already that everybody just kind of It would be the Imperium of Men, the Tau, and the Eldar all backed into a corner, struggling to survive. And they would be sitting there using everything that they have and working off of each other to survive. The Tyranids and the Necrons would be some of the first to die because in an all-out apocalyptic scenario, they're going to start discovering tomb worlds and just bombarding them from space.
Yeah. Oh man. That's like Yarick and Gazgul fighting each other, then they see the Tyranids and then they just kind of turn and work off each other. Like Gazgul hanging off the fortress of, what was it called?
Redemption.
Yeah, like just hanging off of it, shooting while Yarick's like commanding the rest of the battalions. See, that's a book and a half. Someone write that.
Alright, let's see. Marines Malevolent 2. Okay. Underneath every Tau is a Kroot, right? Or do they accept other races? Their acceptance of other races is done by deceit. A lot of the times. Like the Tau, when they started the war with the Kroot. And then they saved them. They were fully aware of the war, and they only went in when they were needed, when they weren't needed anymore. They went in when the Kroot were losing, and then made a deal with them. And the Kroot, being Kroot, didn't realize that they got swindled. And if they ever do figure this out, they'll revolt. And Farsight will help them. But anyway, let's keep reading some of this stuff. Reading here, it says that the Tau were developed as some sort of spin-off to fantasy lizard men. I've never seen that, but I could believe it. Farsight knows how to fight chaos, but like Big E, he thinks the best way to protect his people is to not tell anyone. Well, the suppression of chaos is how you beat them. If nobody is worshipping chaos, and everybody is worshipping a more common goal, like the greater good, for instance, which also did spawn a god, by the way. Oh yeah, the Tau are Indians, by the way. They're actually Indians from India. Their god is Shiva. But aside from that, if he suppresses all the knowledge of the Chaos Gods, he might actually protect the Tau from chaos. Knowledge is dangerous. That's why the Inquisition suppresses the knowledge of demons. You can't have people know about it because the knowledge alone can corrupt you. Chaos is spooky, by the way. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, I got into 40k isn't realistic in most senses, but man, they won't win unless they fight together. Yeah. Anybody who has studied psychology will know this. Races, humans, we'll use as the humans, regardless of ethnicity, race, religion, or any type of other thing that we use to divide us, in an apocalyptic scenario, we work together. And that's exactly what would happen with all of these races. If they were put on the breaking point, they would all band together. Okay, we're almost done with this Titan, by the way. I just got all the pieces and everything cut out.
Oh, the Fortress of Arrogance. Now I remember.
Yeah, the Fortress of Redemption is the Dark Angel Fortress.
I like the Fortress of Arrogance things.
I know, it's so great, isn't it? There's nothing more 40k than calling your fortress the Fortress of Arrogance. One of the only redeeming factors of the Harlequins is that the Harlequins and Ynnari, is that they are trying to unify the races. Harlequins are terrifiedly aware of what chaos can do. It knows its corrupting influences, it knows what it does, it knows how it operates. And thus they know that coming together is the only way of saving everybody. Your brain also knows this. Which is why she went and saved the Imperium.
I guess that's one of the sad things about 40k is that because of its very nature, you will never get the ending to it unless they like.
You can't get an ending to this.
They did it in with fantasy, but they did that. But that's because they were moving over to a different game entirely.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, that's just one of those kind of creepy things because like all these stories and all these races and you have all these. Oh, I think they would do this, but in the end, it's kind of sad to know that you'll never actually see the ending.
Yeah. Yeah. There is no be-all, end-all enemy. Chaos will always commit chaos. Humans will always commit genocide. Eldar will always commit genocide and try to justify it. It's okay, we owned this world thousands of years ago, and thus we genocided your entire people in order to take the world back. But we're the good guys. Why didn't you just talk to us? Well, because you would kill us. Well, yes. But we could have come to an understanding. I mean... like...
Orcs will commit genocide because it's funny.
Orcs will commit genocide just because they want to. They don't need a reason.
For squigs and giggles.
Yep, for giggling squigs. Giggling squigs. Sorry, that's kind of funny.
So how's the night coming along?
Oh, pretty good. We're almost done with it. I'm just trying to make sure all the pieces can actually bend and everything. I mean, we are almost done.
Geez, we've actually stayed at a consistent 30 or so viewers.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty good. Anyway, we need a new topic. Chat, give me a topic. So I took some shots at popular YouTubers. Alright. Do you want to read that?
Would you prefer a boxed Space Hulk game? A boxed Space Hulk game to be reproduced or a new Battlefield Gothic tabletop?
Battlefield Gothic.
Yeah.
We know already that no Space Hulk game can ever be balanced. Just can't.
Oh, here's a question I asked the chat earlier and I got some decent answers on that while you were kind of grabbing them up. When did you have that kind of ding moment where you looked at an army and said, this is the one I'm guessing for you it'd be Sister Battle, when you saw an army and it just clicked that this is the army you want, like going forward, like this is going to be your representation of you on the tabletop?
So, I wanted Sisters first. They were the first army that I looked at in 40k, and I thought they were absolutely amazing, but I didn't have the money for them. And I kind of vowed to myself that given, like, a few years, I would get them. But until then, I'll play Space Marines, because I really like the idea of the Super Soldier. Then I decided Tyranids. Sorry. Because Tyranids were amazing, and I loved the idea that they were the unflinching enemy. And then I got a different army. Then I got a different army. Then I got a different army. And so on and so forth. Until I eventually got Sisters of Battle. I got glue on my nail. There we go. Okay. Are Land Raiders worth getting? No. You inspired me to get back to work on my painting, doing some old D&D models from the 80s. Ooh, nice. Do you think the Squats will ever return as a sub-faction to the Astra Militarum with a wide range of troops? They already have. They're in Horus Heresy. Don't know how everybody misses them. Like, legit, they're there. They are in existence. They are fully there in 30K.
Because no one plays 30K.
I know, everybody forgets that they're an actual troop choice. Okay. As for an actual army, no. No, they shouldn't be an actual army. It should be a sub-faction. They should be a kill team. In fact, they should actually add Arbites, and they should add Squats and Beastmen as all playable factions with kill team. And that's how they should do it. And have those factions have keywords and everything and data sheets to play in 40K. Boom. There you go. Magnus and Ren, I shall say nothing more and let the madness fly. Okay, it's Magnus. I think everybody thinks that meme gets people triggered or anything. Oh no, he's the one that ruined the Imperium. Magnus did nothing wrong. Memes. Anyway, sorry, I'm... It's such a stupid meme. What in the universe lore, why chain weapons are so popular? Because they look cool. Chainsaws look awesome. Okay, that's it. That's really the biggest thing. Are there any units in your army that you just forget exist and only realize later, I think you meant? For me, it was Tyrannic War veterans. Let's see. Legion of the Damned is one of them. For Tyranids, it's Hormagaunts. I never play Hormagaunts. There's no reason to play Hormagaunts. For an extra 2 points, you can get a Gene Stealer, and they're better in every way. Let's see. What other models do I forget exist? Most of the Forge World characters, that a Chaplain HQ, a Chaplain Dreadnought is an HQ choice. That's another one. Variety is spicy, no queen. Not sure if you're casting a jutsu on me or something, but yeah. Let's see. Okay. So we almost got the Knight's full skeleton together. Like, he is sitting here like this. I got him in a walking position and everything. I really like the way he's looking. If he'll stand up. He stood up a second ago. He is just not standing up right now. He is being a jerk. There we go. Company chapter champions. Yeah, those are ones that everybody forgets too. And they're really good too. Like, a lot of people forget those exist, and they're pretty solid. Okay, so now I just need to do the... Okay, now I just need to do the missiles and the top turrets. So, oh, I need to put some stuff on his gun really quickly that I forgot. Let's see. I actually like the Ravenwing champion. That dude is actually really good. Let's go this way. It goes with this thing towards the cannon. Okay. So I assume like this. Yes. Okay. There we go. See, I promise, I'm actually building stuff. Mark II armor coming in the next, the new box set? I have no idea. I'd want it to. Means your armies. Oh, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I collect way too much. I think when I counted them in their entirety, I had 17 different factions in my collection. Not going to put the armor plating on. Yeah, so this is ready to go and be put onto the knight. Okay, next page. Did I forget the little thingamajig on the back? No, I don't think so. Okay. Armor plates. I don't feel like putting the armor plates on just yet. Okay, now it's just the cannons, which need to go on. So we're almost done. Which is good. Boop. And after this, I might play some Overwatch on Twitch. If you guys do play Overwatch, feel free to join me. I actually really like Overwatch.
Yeah, it's super fun.
I'm a mean Junkrat.
You're a diva.
Yeah, my diva game is pretty solid.
Look at you with your variety.
I only play 3 heroes, though.
Look at you with your variety.
I mean, yeah, you play... No, you have more knowledge of more heroes than me.
That's true. I just don't want to play them.
Yeah, it's the same with me. My brother tried to convince me to play. Well, do it, you won't. There. I tried to convince you to play. My, these just pinched my leg. That hurt. Like, I could put a knife against my skin and rub it back and forth, not get cut. This thing pinches me. Okay, weapons, weapons. Here we go. Boop. Horse Heresy is a game. What would you prefer to play as an army that... hang on, John, can you read that question?
Sure. Horse Heresy is a game... I'm guessing as a game. Would you prefer to play as an army I never... Hold on. Horse Heresy is a game. Would you prefer to play as an army I never painted them yet? Which army would you prefer to battle with?
Okay, so... I think what he meant is... what army would I, myself, like to play against him? Since he's never painted his legion, he's pretty free to choose. I play Death Guard. So... I'd probably like to fight, like, I don't know, I play Loyalist Death Guard, which is really hard to do, because it loses access to their best units. I dropped it. But probably Blood or Dark Angels. I think it'd actually be really cool and thematic to actually fight Death Guard. So Death Guard v Death Guard, because I believe in Nathaniel Garrow, because he is Bay. But yeah. John, really?
Look. I got nothing, but look.
I like it. I like it. Oh, we dropped below. Ah! There we go. Sorry, I keep dropping stuff. But we did drop below 30, finally. I didn't think this day would ever come. Now I cry. This is why I cry. Anyway. Okay, let's get this nice and together. You know, I have that one scene of... I have one scene from The Lost World stuck in my head. And I've been thinking about this a lot. How did the one guy get past all the raptors, get into the camp, signal a helicopter, the helicopters arrive, and not one raptor thought to attack him?
He was from Kazachan, I don't know.
Sorry, that was on my brain for a second.
Pheromones, maybe?
Yeah. Remember the time when Star-Lord stopped 3 velociraptors in their track and then rode a motorcycle with them?
Oh, yeah.
God, Jurassic World was a weird movie. Okay, got the cannons together. Got these together.
It's really weird when you have like when you become like a star that's so famous, like when it or in regards to movie actors, where you don't see the it's hard to see the character past the actor. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it is. It is difficult.
Sylvester Stallone really has that bad. It's like I'm like, why is Rocky, in Vietnam?
Yep. What is Rocky doing? Why is he being silly? Rocky, you crazy butt.
Why are you punching Robert De Niro?
I didn't
Stop
say.
it.
I didn't say stop.
Didn't say stop. Why is Rambo a cop in Copland?
Jeez.
And same with Chris Pratt. It's like, why is Star-Lord taming dinosaurs?
Because he's taming my heart.
Look, you have a massive crush. I think it's a problem.
It is not a problem. He can tame raptors. Oh, great. My knight just, like, completely over drama over here. Just goes, and falls over.
Oh, I do declare.
Jeez. Over dramatic knights. I would want a purse raptor. Just saying, purse raptors should be a thing. I'd buy one from Jurassic Park. Could you imagine emotional support raptors? Oh yeah, people they had to put a size limit on emotional support animals.
Why?
Because people are bringing ostriches onto planes. I wish I was
How?
joking about that.
Wait, wait, you can... Wait,
Yes!
I thought they had...
No!
Wait, you can have an emotional support ostrich?
Yes!
Man, I feel cheated. Does that mean I could theoretically have an emotional support gator?
Yes. There's a person with an emotional support lizard.
Emotional support snake.
Don't step on it. Okay. This is going to be painted silver. These are going to be painted silver. The rest of this is just bits. And with that, I've actually finished building this guy for the most part. I'm going to put some parts on him, which I'm going to do after. Not going to worry about too much. So for the most part, I got them together. There we go. So, I got him together to the point where I'm going to probably paint him. If not, I'm going to leave him in this condition before returning him to his owner so his owner can paint him properly, because you never want to fully assemble an Imperial Knight. It's really difficult to put them back together. So with that, I want to thank everybody for joining me for this adventure. This may or may not be on the channel later on. If you catch it later, hello from the past. Anyway, I'm Egoqueenalexis. I love you guys. Bye.